Hey guys, so we are on day 24 of Yoga March Madness, and we are going to do a class for the evening, trying to settle us down and decompress from our day. So let's hop on our mats, find a comfortable seated position, a way that you can comfortably sit upright and broaden through your collarbones and keep a long spine. Um, Kitties might join us as always. As you can see, Scout's kind of here at the moment. I'm going to prop myself up on a block here. If you have a blanket, that'll be good to have handy, a few blocks or pillows as well for today's class. And today we are going to start with a nice balancing pranayama or breath style. So it's called alternate nostril breathing. And what's really nice with this breath is it really helps to balance out the hemispheres of our brain. During the day, we are very much in our left brain. It's like we take our left brain to the gym every single day, and our right brain, the brain that has the more creative, the more focused, the more concentrated aspect of things, is kind of just left behind. So this is a nice way to just kind of balance out those two energies. So I'm going to do a quick explanation before we get started. So we'll be using our right hand, and what we're going to do with our pointer finger, um, and our thumb is we're going to bring it up to the front of our face, and the thumb will close our right nostril. Our pointer finger will close our left nostril. So to start, all we're going to do is take a full exhale through both nostrils, a deep inhale through both nostrils, another exhale through both, and then we'll close off the right nostril, inhale through the left, close the left, exhale through the right. We're going to inhale through the right side, switch sides, exhale through the left side, inhale through the left side, switch, exhale right side, and we'll continue on. I will cue you through the first few rounds, and then I'll start to take my cues a little bit less involved and pretty much move into something moving through this silently. We'll do this for about 3 to 5 minutes just for a nice start to class, and then we'll move into opening up our front body and then doing some nice restorative poses to finish class with. All right, so get your right hand ready. You can close the back 3 fingers and just have your thumb and pointer finger out. All right, deeply exhale everything. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. You can close your eyes, bring your fingers up towards the front of your face, close the right side, inhale through the left, close the left, exhale right, inhale right, close the right, exhale left, inhale left, close left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left, inhale left, switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, right side, left side, right side, left side. continue this breath on your own, moving side to side for a few more rounds. To finish a round, it'll be an exhale through your left nostril. So the next time you exhale through your left nostril, replace your right hand onto the thigh. And take 3 big breaths through both sides. All right. Nice job. Let's just take a note of how you feel, the difference that breath made. This is one of my favorite breathing techniques because I am a very left brain person, and to tap into my more creative side, I use this breath a lot to kind of bring me into my right brain. Um, I'm a list maker. I'm classic A type, so it really helps for me to kind of shift out of that analytical part of me and into more of a focused and present part. So it's a great breath that you can pretty much use any time of the day to find some focus. We're going to move on to our bellies. All right, from here, once we're on our belly, we're going to take our arms out to T with our palms face down, okay? And then from there, I want you to bend your elbows to 90 degrees. And then just take a look at your elbows and make sure they're slightly higher than your shoulders. Look at both of them, make sure they're both pretty in line with the shoulders. Palms are still face down. All right, from here, really anchor your pelvis, your legs, the tops of the feet into the ground. The right arm is going to stay exactly how it is. Don't let that arm move. The right hand is going to slide under your left shoulder. Your left arm is going to slide underneath your left shoulder, kind of like you're about to do a cobra pose. Press into the left hand and begin to roll to the right side of the body. Now, a lot of times what people do is they'll start to lift up and lift the chest up. That's not the pose that we want. We want to keep the head low to the ground, and we're just rolling onto our right side, really getting a nice stretch through our right shoulder. Because if you start to lift up, you come out of that stretch. So some people are very tight in their chest, so they may only lift a few inches. Some people are a little bit more open and maybe start to have the ability to roll a little bit further onto their side and begin to stack the hips and shoulders. Again, anywhere in between, just make sure your head kind of stays in line with the spine and you're not lifting your chest up here. All right, begin to roll back onto your belly. Take your left arm where it came from, so back into that cactus arm. So now we're going to do the left side. So the right hand's going to come into a cobra position. Left arm staying as is in this cactus position. Eyes are facing the ground to start with. Press into your right hand, roll towards the left side of your body. And again, don't be lifting the chest. Keep your chest towards the ground, your head in line with the spine. You can even maybe just relax the head on the ground. And just feel the stretch in the front of the shoulder. And then roll back onto your belly. Both arms out to cactus. And then elbow and wrist your arms into the Sphinx pose. Okay. So as you inhale, I want you to press your forearms through the floor and take your breastbone forward. As you exhale, I want you to kind of come into a cat back through your upper back. Really spread your shoulder blades apart. And then as you inhale, pull your breastbone forward again. So kind of like cat-cow, but in Sphinx pose. Exhale, rounding and spreading the shoulder blades, dropping the head. Inhale, pull the breastbone forward, take your shoulder blades down your ribs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One more round. Exhale. And inhale. From here, let the elbows go wide. You can stack your hands on top of each other. And we're just going to lower our chest towards the floor. We're going to bend our right knee. We're going to reach our right hand around to grab our foot. If it doesn't quite reach, you can always grab a strap to have go-go gadget arm. And maybe this is okay, keeping our chest down because we just opened up our chest and shoulders, and now we just really want to focus on the quad muscles and hip flexors. So getting a grip of the foot from the outside, our chest is on the ground, and I really just want you to feel your pubic bone press into the ground, because a lot of times when we grab our foot, we kind of stick our butt up in the air, like I am right now. So I'm going to press my pubic bone into the ground. I'm going to feel my glutes go down towards the back of my mat to keep that anchored. And then I'm going to press my foot into my hand to activate the front of my thigh as well. This will also give me a decent stretch through the front of the shoulder as well. With your left arm, if this is feeling pretty good, you can start to lift your chest up by pressing your left forearm through the ground. Breastbone is reaching forward, pubic bone still on the ground. And wherever you are, whichever variation you're in, chest on the ground or lifting up, now flip your grip to the inside of the foot. Keep pressing the foot into your hands. Keep that pubic bone down. Inhale. Exhale, gently release without slingshotting the foot down. Arms back on top, stacking. Take the left hand on top this time. Again, lower down onto your chest. Hamstring curl your left leg. Make sure the pubic bone is firmly anchored into the mat. When you reach around, if you find that your butt kind of pops up in the air, once you grab a hold of the foot, just make sure you press your pelvis back down. The more you activate through the pelvis and glutes, the more of a stretch that you're going to get, the more benefit you're going to find. Again, once you're here, maybe you need to find a strap and loop your foot to have a go-go gadget arm. Wherever you are, press your foot into your hand. And maybe you keep your forehead on the ground because this is a really good stretch. If you want a little bit more of an intense posture, press down into your right forearm to lift your chest up. Be sure to bring your breastbone forward. You're still pressing your foot into the hand. Pubic bone is down. You're gazing forward. And then in whatever variation you are, flip to the inside of your foot. Re-square off your shoulders. Press the foot into the hand. Reach the breastbone forward if your chest is lifted. Keep the pubic bone on the ground in any variation. And then just gently release. Slide both hands underneath your hands. Press onto all fours. I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to sit back on my heels, but then I'm going to scoot my heels out to the left so I'm sitting on my right hip. Can you either keep your thighs close to each other where your feet are kind of stacked in with each other, or if it's easier, you can spread your feet apart so you're more in a Z shape. Again, whichever variation you decide, keep your legs as is. We're just going to begin to walk our hands to the outside of our right thigh. The left hip can start to pop up off the mat. And we're going to reach out through the crown of our head, keeping our spine long, shoulder blades pulled in towards each other, behind us. Collarbones are broad. And we're just going to start to twist and walk our hands away and behind us. Again, the left hip can reach or lift up off the mat. Breathe into this twist. And begin to walk your right arm forward as you bend your left elbow to get a little bit more of a rotation. And on your next inhale, walk yourself back. Bring your hands center or through center to come into tabletop, and we'll turn to the other side. So sit back on your heels. Take your feet out to the side. Again, thighs can stay somewhat parallel, or you can take your thighs wide. Whichever variation, begin to walk your hands over to the left, letting the right hip come up off the mat. And just kind of settle into this pose. Think of almost like an up dog here. You're pressing down through your hands as you're reaching your chest up and through your upper arm bones. You're gazing forward. And now begin to bend into your left elbow as you walk your right hand a little bit more further away. Feel the twist. Breathe into the belly. And then walk your hands back to center. And this time we're just going to bring our legs straight out. We're going to find our blocks. If you have pillows, that's fine. And if you have blocks, you can either use the lowest height or the middle height. So we've worked with blocks before, developing a bed block. So the block that's lifting you up is going to be on your shoulder blades. The other one's going to be on your head. If you do have a blanket, it's nice to kind of drape the blanket over those blocks if you are using blocks. And then we're just going to drape ourselves over. And make sure that first block is not lower than the bottom of your shoulder blade. And then the pillow block can either be the same height of the block that's lifting you, or it can be one height higher. And then the arms are going to come out to T. This is a wonderful restorative pose to end the day. Your legs, many different variations. You can keep them straight out, like so. You can bend your knees and bring the bottoms of your feet together into bound angle. Or you can bring your knees up and walk your feet wide to your mat and let the knees drop in for constructive rest. I prefer this last option, but please choose any option that feels good within your body. Just begin to breathe deeply into your chest cavity, your rib cage, the bowl of your pelvis. The eyes are closed. And you're letting your senses kind of take over. Let the mind take a break. Just let yourself feel what you feel, hear what you hear, smell what you smell, taste what you taste, see what you see. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Begin to roll yourself up and catch yourself on your elbows. And then press onto your hands to lift you up off your blocks. And then take the blanket off the blocks if you had it on there. And then if you have a wall nearby, snuggle up to the wall. Otherwise, you can also do this on your mat too. So I'll demo here real quick. So just a variation of legs up the wall. So what we'll do, you can either keep your hips on the ground and just extend your legs up to the sky. If you do have a strap handy, so you don't have to work so hard, you can strap the legs up and kind of just gently hold on to the strap to help if you are not near a wall. Otherwise, another option is to slide a block underneath the hips to get a little bit more of an elevation, and do the same thing. And you have the same two options to do if you have a wall. So I'll just use this here. So an easy way is to kind of, if you're on the wall, is to kind of come into the wall from the side and then lean back and then kind of sweep yourself towards the wall to get you nice snuggled up to it. So again, you can extend the legs up, and if you want, you can take that block underneath the hips as well. If you do have that blanket, it's nice to just kind of cover up so you stay nice and warm. And again, allow the arms to relax. Again, these are restorative poses, so it's just a way for you to find complete stillness and surrender in your body and mind. Working to stay in the present moment. And to just feel and hear what the body is telling you. deep inhale, full exhale. If you'd like to remain here for quite some time longer, definitely take that time and use that time to take care of yourself. And this pose has no expiration date, so you can really stay here for as long as you'd like. If you do want to finish class, just allow your knees to bend. If you are on a block, um, allow the hips to lift up. Either press your feet into the wall or to the floor to lift the hips and lower the hips back down. And then roll to either side of the body and use your hands to press yourself up back into a seated position. All right, guys, let's close class with the sound of Om. So fully exhale. Take a deep inhale for Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for joining me in class today. More importantly, thank yourself for showing up and working hard. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.